You can take these examples and extend them over the whole range of natural disasters. The clear evidence is that the world works not according to some invisible string puller who likes some people and dislikes others, but according to natural law and chance. Well, science does more than just debunk claims that the world is operated by remote control. It provides positive, testable explanations for the behaviors of people that we call evil. For example, evolutionary psychology explains why violence clusters in young men. Men my age tend to be much less violent than some of you guys across the table here, and as a class, generally, men are more violent than women. Is this because men are morally less appreciable than women? No. It's because of our evolutionary heritage. Men have to compete, or at least they did in days of evolutionary adaptation, had to compete for mates. And that invariably involved violent clashes. That's how we evolved. But science does more than that. It can help us understand and respond to individual cases. In the Middle Ages, if somebody behaved bizarrely, it was assumed that they were possessed by demons. Even today, some people hold those beliefs. But remember John Hinckley Jr., who shot President Reagan in the early 1980s? Thanks to science, we understand what's wrong with him. He has schizophrenia, a brain disorder. And not only do we understand and have the ability to diagnose him, but it's treatable. Today, John Hinckley Jr. remains in custody, as he should be, but he's in full remission, and so he's allowed weekend visits with his parents because his brain sickness has been essentially cured. Can we be 100% confident it will never return? No, and that's why he'll remain institutionalized. But we can and have identified what was wrong with him and responded to it appropriately. In general, belief that an all-powerful God is the cause of evil in the world leads to very troubling explanations for evil. I've focused on one of them, but I want to now move into the realm of philosophy and quickly respond to a few others. First of all, at the most abstract level, this claim that there is a supreme deity who created the world is in itself an unsustainable argument. Let me put it in very simple terms. Two axiomatic claims. God is perfect, and God made everything in the world except himself. And now a deduction. If God is perfect, his works must be perfect. And now a premise from observation. Not everything that exists is perfect. Therefore, we have to conclude that either God is not perfect, or God did not make everything, or that God does not exist. That's the logical argument. And if you think about it, it's not that difficult to understand by reference to ourselves. A thing like a diamond or a circle may be perfect, but beings, or dynamic creatures, are defined as much by what they do as what they are. To be a perfect pitcher, even for a day, Roy Halladay had to get out 27 batters in a row. To be a perfect cellist, even for a day, Yo-Yo Ma has to hit every note just right. For God to be a perfect being, he must make a perfect world. There's no logical alternative to that. Now, apologists do have answers to these objections, and we've heard a few of them, and I will just respond very quickly to a few and then wrap up. The first, which we've already heard in so many words, is that the world was perfect, but then Adam and Eve sinned, so here we are. The trouble with this is, if God made the world and Adam and Eve and gave them free will, why did he make them so prone to failure? Why give free will to creatures that are destined to fail? But even if you can explain that, why wouldn't God then do what any sensible manufacturer would do? Recall them and fix them and put them back. It just doesn't make sense.